Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Information reaching us allegedly is that the king Ooni of Ife have fire and throw out the Ifa priest that was meant to do the cleansing due to his attitude and manipulations by the Olories. My people, according to what we are hearing, they said this Ifa priest was invited. He wasn't one of the priests that used to stay in the palace or work in the palace. And from what we are hearing allegedly, they said most of the Ifa priests that works in that palace, that the king have fired all of them. Reason because they are not doing their job. They said the women are manipulating them a lot, because there was a time we are hearing that they used to take bribe from these desperate women. And that's why they said some of them are in that palace, because some of them are not supposed to be there. Had it been all the because they said before they were being married to the king, they will pass through the Ifa priest, they will check them and see if they are qualified to be part of the royal house. And due to the fact that some of them are not qualified, they use money to buy their way to the palace, So, and this thing keep happening, and that's why they are having the problem they are having now, because they are doing things the opposite way. So it has affected the palace so badly that the king decided to fire most of them, especially those ones that are not trustworthy. Okay, from what we are hearing allegedly, they said this one that they brought now made mention of cleansing the palace. They brought the man due to the issue of childlessness amongst the women and some other problems that are coming up from the palace, because from what we are hearing allegedly, they said the palace is now full of commotion, problems, plague and all of that. So in a bid to stop all this or to remedy it, they went and brought an Ifa priest from, they said, Ekiti state. So this man came and he discussed with the king, and they revealed some certain things, and they concluded that there will be cleansing of the women and the palace. Okay, according to what we are hearing, they said while they were discussing about how to go about the cleansing stuff and the other rituals that they have to do in order for the palace to be peaceful and good again, they said the man never mentioned to him that the Olories will have to come together, not to talk of involving Queen Naomi. And the issue, the thing is that I don't know if maybe that's what they told the Oloris told the king, the Ifa priest, that he keeps referring Queen Naomi as the king's seventh wife, But the thing is that if he is saying the 7 wives or the 7th wife, that no one knows, but the fact remains that the king was so mad at him for involving Queen Naomi in all of that. Whereas they said while he was discussing it with the king, he never made mention of Queen Naomi or even gathering the women together, because we do know that these women, they don't live together. Someone like Ashley is in UK, and so many of them are in different parts of the country. They are not, all of them are not in that palace, in as much as they still live in the palace, but they are not there at the moment. So maybe they have agreed that in as much as the cleansing will take place, they will do it individually, or they will do it based on the time and all of that. But here they are saying that all of them must gather together, including Queen Naomi. And they said that was an insult on Queen Naomi, and the king did not take it at all. They said he blasted the man, telling him that he can see that they have bought him over again like others, that he's not going to, do the cleansing again. He's not going to continue with anything that have to do with his palace. They said angrily he sent the man out for involving Queen Naomi. And the worst of it is that they said they called Queen Naomi behind the king's back. And that was why they said Queen Naomi's mother was boiling, and reached out to the king, shouting at the king, making noise, calling the king names and all of that, why they will involve her daughter in such a devilish something. I don't know. Because according to what we are hearing, they said before Queen Naomi got married to the king, they knew that all this cleansing and the spiritual things are involved. And they discussed it with the king that she is not going to be involved in any of that. You know, but it still baffles me why Queen Naomi will agree to do this ritual that is still holding her captive today. I don't just know. I don't just know. Or maybe she's trying to tell the husband that she will be faithful and all of that. Anyways, that I see that as a mistake, you know. And she shouldn't allow anything to stop her from fighting for her right this time. Because I heard that ever since they said she stepped out to the court, that the king have been begging, unstoppable, as in non-stop, to see that he convinces her again to withdraw the case. Because according to what we are hearing, this is not the first time, neither is it the second time that she have make a move to free herself. But I believe in this third one, she's not going to listen to the king any longer, because they said on each occasion he will come to her, beg and beg and beg, and maybe the woman will listen. You know, they said this issue of Ifa priest calling on Queen Naomi, that Queen Naomi's mother was so mad at that on hearing that, and blasted both the king and the Ifa priest and all of that. And they was said, had it been that the king is not the king, and in Yoruba land, you can never throw a king out of your house. If not, you will do a lot to appease the gods and all of that. They said Queen Naomi would have thrown the king out when he visited Akure. But because of their because he respects, in as much as he's a Christian, he respects tradition and all of that. That's why they said he allowed the king to stay and was trying to convince her that the Queen Naomi's mother wasn't happy even throughout the king's stay in their house, that she wasn't responding. She wasn't, you know, she was so mad. She was so sad about the whole situation. But for the fact that he's a king, that's why they even allowed him to stay at first instance. But from what we are hearing, they said the king was mad at the Ifa priest too, because that's not what they discussed. Maybe the women must have paid the man, you know, to involve Queen Naomi, because according to what the king was explaining to Queen Naomi, they said he know that Ashley or Mariam must be involved, must have, you know, talked to the man about this involving Queen Naomi. Maybe in a bid to spite Queen Naomi, or, you know, to rubbish her name and all of that, because they do know that she's not part of that tradition and she have never been part of it. So I believe maybe these women are involved too, just like we are hearing that the king said allegedly. Always remember that what we share here is alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. So my people, na so we hear am o, and now I say make I come share with you now. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget that I still love you and I appreciate you for always being part of my channel, for always stopping by, for your contributions, even for those of you that are commenting saying that I don't have job, this and that. Thank you so much for your support. My God will always bless you. Bye for now. Love you guys.